Guys, today I'm going to walk you through how to format a Word document in 8 steps, around 8 steps. So I have here this assignment that I usually assign for students to practice, but just watching this video is also enough to kind of go through how to format a Word document. So first you want to download, so for this is an assignment. So I just want to download the unformatted Word document. If you're watching this video because your teacher wants you to format an essay or a paper, you can just have it open and follow the steps as well. Um, okay, so now that I've downloaded whatever I'm going to be working on, usually it will open in the downloads folder. So then I can just open that up. And you should have something that looks like this, maybe your papers look like this. Oh, oops. Let me share that. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this, right? Sometimes we don't know the formatting or what we're supposed to do to make it look like it. So I'm going to take you through the steps very carefully to make sure that you know what to do. So step number 1, change the font. That's usually the easiest one. So you're going to want to make sure you have your home tab opened right here. And you can, so you can see that it defaults to Calibri size 11, but that's not MLA format, so we want to change it. So I can select everything in the document. So if I, on my keyboard, do Control A, because I'm using a non-Apple operating system. If you have Apple, it's going to be something different, but you can select all and then change it to Times New Roman, size 12. Okay, so that's our first step to font. I can also show you how to do it if you're looking at it through a, so if you were working on it on OneDrive, same thing. You want to select everything in the document, go to Times New Roman right up here. So where it says Calibri, you just want to go to Times New Roman and select size 12. So it looks a little bit different, but the steps are exactly the same. Okay, so back to our Word document example. Step number 2 is making sure that our margin settings are correct. So very simple, because most of the time the computer defaults to these margins. So, but you always want to check just to make sure. So you can go to the Home tab again. Then you can go to Layout right here. So Layout, Margins. And it already has normal margin selected. So we want to make sure it's the 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. So it's already selected, so I don't need to make any changes. But if your document says something different, make sure you select normal. Okay. Same thing for the OneDrive, right? I go to Layout, Margins. It's already normal, so you just want to make sure it's selected. So just to double check. Okay, so back to my Word document. Step number 3 is adjusting the spacing. So all MLA has to be formatted in double space across all pages. So you're going to want to make sure you select all of your document, right? And you can adjust the spacing by going to Home and finding the spacing button. So it's going to be in the paragraph group. So right here, you can see it's in the paragraph group. And spacing is going to be this little icon with little lines. So you can see it has a couple of little lines with 2 little arrows going up and down. That's spacing. So I want to click on 2.0 because that is double space. Okay. And then I also want to click the icon again to remove any spaces after the paragraphs as well. So now I've adjusted the spacing to double spacing. It's similar in the OneDrive format. So I have everything selected. So I can go to Home and you can see that I don't have that button here, but if I select more options here, I have paragraph, line spacing, and I can just select 2. And I want to do the exact same thing I did with the Word document. I'm going to go to remove space after paragraph so that it's not any weird spacing. Okay. So step number 4. So going back to my Word document, step number 4 is to add page numbers or something called a recurring header. So to do this, all you need to do is go up here towards the top of the page and double click. And it should look something like this. So all you need to do is go to page number under the header footer group. So page number, hover over top of page, and go to plain number 3. So it automatically adds a page number here. So then I want to type in my last name. So for example, my last name is Tobar, but whatever your last name is, you want to enter it right here. Then you want to make sure that you select this, the header, go to home, and change the font so that matches with the rest of your document. So all the rest of my document is Times New Roman, size 12. So I want to make sure my header also has that same setting. Okay, so then to go back to typing, I just need to go to the body of the page, double click, and now I have a recurring header across all of my pages that will automatically update as I add new pages. You can do the same thing in the OneDrive on Microsoft. So all I need to do for this one, it looks different, but it's pretty much the exact same thing. So I can select header here, and you see that it doesn't have the exact same options. So what I can do, if I want to here too, right? So it's a little bit different, is go to insert, and I can go to page numbers right here. And I'm going to select this one up here. So page number, the one on the add page number to the right side of the header. And I can do the exact same thing. I can just type in my last name. And it has this little hashtag, this number icon. That's okay. That just means that it's going to change along with me for every single page. So it's the exact same thing. I still want to select it and go back to home, change the font to match the rest of my document. And then to go back, I can just select here. And if I ever want to double check to see what my header is, I can just click up here and I can see that it has page numbers. And then when I go to print it, it'll have the page numbers. Or if I turn it into a PDF, it'll have page numbers. So it's a little bit different on OneDrive, but same thing. It has the same options. Okay, so step number 5 is add a heading. So I want to place my cursor at the top here, and align. So I press enter, so I have a new line, and it's already aligned to the left side of the page. And I want to type in this information. So my first and last name, the name of my class. So for example, my class is EMLS 168 RW. You might put in 368 RW. That's also fine. The teacher's name with their formal title. So for example, if my teacher is, okay, so my teacher might be Sally Potter. That's my teacher for my class. Then I want to put the paper due date in the day, month, year, or order. So the due date for this assignment, which is the formatting assignment, is going to be up here where it says due. So it's going to be due, today is Thursday, February 29th. So I want to put in that date. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my paper and type in the due date, which is February 29th, 2024. Okay, so now I have a heading. Very easy. So I can do the same thing with my OneDrive link. So very simple. I just have to go here, press enter because I want to type in a new line, add the same thing, my first and last name, my name of my class, the teacher's name with their formal title, and my paper due date. So my paper due date is February 29th, 2024. So as you can see, I have a header, very easy, same thing in the OneDrive. So step number 6 is to format my title. So you want to make sure that no matter what you turn in, it has a title. It can be something simple, depending on the assignment. Ask your teacher for some suggestions. But for me, I have my title here is Warriors Don't Cry. So I want to make sure that it goes underneath the header, but that it is centered. So I can go to home. So as I'm on home, go to the paragraph group, and I can click this center alignment right here, and it centers my title. And I can do the same thing with my OneDrive. So I can go here, I have my title highlighted. I can go over here in the ribbon at the top. So text alignment, and I just want to select align center. So same thing, I have my title in the center. That's only for titles. Make sure the rest of your document is not centered. The rest of your document should be left aligned. Okay, and final step, step 7. So next step number 7 is indenting. So I want to go through and make sure all my paragraphs are indented. You can see none of my paragraphs are indented here. So I can indent paragraphs by going to each paragraph and selecting tab. Oops. So I can go here, tab, next paragraph, tab, next paragraph, tab, tab, tab. So if I've already typed it, it seems like it takes a little bit of time, but if I already have made one paragraph and I've tabbed it, when I go to the next one, it'll automatically tab for me. So it's much better to have these settings at the beginning of your paper than it is to have them after, because a lot of times it'll just copy that format. Now, the OneDrive, doing it on OneDrive, it's a little bit different, but very similar. So all I need to do is select all my paragraphs, right? So I have all my paragraphs selected. So I can actually go to more options right here at the top, more options under paragraph, special indent. And this makes it very easy. I just have to select first line, and it'll do it for me throughout the paragraph or throughout the paper. Make sure you don't have your heading selected, or else it'll tab it as well. You only want it to be the paragraphs, and it'll tab for you. Okay, so very much easier in OneDrive, right? Line space, so paragraph, special indent, first line. Okay, so next step, probably the step that I think a lot of students forget about is finding any extra spaces and deleting them. So it's very common for students to press enter accidentally or multiple times as they're typing and add any unnecessary spaces between paragraphs, but it is important to find them and remove them. It's very easy to see where I have unnecessary spaces. So if I go to home and I select the paragraph group, right? So paragraph group, and then the show hidden characters is going to be this black backwards P right here. So when I click it, you can see that it appears all throughout my document. So you only want to have that black P when you've at the end of a paragraph or at the end of a line with text. So I know it's an empty space because I have a P here, but there's no paragraph that comes before it. So that means I have to get rid of it. So you can also see here, right? So my paragraph here, there's a P at the end. There's a paragraph here, there's a P at the end. So whenever you see these P's here, it means that there's no paragraph and it's an empty space. So that means that I have to get rid of it. So all I need to do is click on where I see the black P's, select delete, and it gets rid of my empty spaces. So empty space here with black P. Okay, down. That's in my my footer, so that's okay. That's in my header, so that's okay. But I have one here. I want to get rid of that. I have another one here and another one here. So now I've gotten rid of all my empty spaces throughout my paper. You can also do the same thing in the OneDrive Word. So all I need to do is go to the More Font Options. No, not More Font, this one. So I need to go here where it says Paragraph, Show Hide. And it does the same thing. It shows me all the empty spaces here. So again, I have a paragraph and it has a P at the end. That's okay. But when I have these P's right here with nothing attached to them, no paragraphs, I have to get rid of that. So I got rid of my empty space. Here's another one, empty black P. Got rid of that. Gonna get rid of that one. Another one that I want to get rid of. Another one here. And another one here. So now I've gotten rid of all my empty spaces. Okay, so that means that you have gotten, so now your paper, after you've gotten rid of all of these unnecessary spaces, this should be the final step, step 8. You should now have a perfectly formatted MLA format paper.